Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Hey, today's got 22 listings, which is more than the previous 2 days combined. So I had a theory yesterday. I think we're going to have a good sense next week, especially how things are going in terms of new inventory, because there are some people that look at that long weekend and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to do something after that. So the Tuesday, the Wednesday, the Thursday after the long weekend will give us a good sense on where the market's at, I think, anyway. So before we get to the list, I want to share this property with you. So we have a home listed at 448 Tonelli Lane, facing a park. And when you sit on that front porch, you notice that you can hear birds and you can see the escarpment. The sunset is setting basically right in front of you. And so this is the home. It's a Mayberry model. So you've got 4 bedrooms upstairs. You've got a finished basement. And inside you've got a living dining room. And then you've got a kitchen family room in the back. You've got the higher ceilings here, right? You've got the crown molding around the cabinets, under cabinet lighting, stainless steel appliances. It's in very, very good shape. The backyard has a nice little concrete patio, master with the ensuite, and then you've got your bedrooms right there. I like these little nooks here too. I like the where you can actually fit stuff in here. It's great for a desk. It's great for even a little play area and laundry upstairs. Then you've got your basement with big, tall windows. You could section this room off and make another bedroom if you wanted to, quite easily. And then you've got a home office. So essentially there's 3 areas in the basement if you wanted them to be, or there's one big open rec room and then a small office, or even potentially another bedroom. And you can see the backyard here, how nice it is. You're far from the neighbors. That's what you see from your front porch. And that is 448 Tonelli Lane. So the price on this one is $789, and you can find more information, just like we do with all of our properties, at 448tonelli.com, Tonelli. Now, if there's a property that wants to get sold right now, it's this one on Van Fleet. They were $649. I thought it was a great deal. There were the previous sales of this model, $650, $670. And then they dropped to $639, and I thought, wow, that's fantastic. A few days later, they had an offer. The offer didn't work out, and so now they've relisted again for $635. This is a 1,500 square foot townhouse. It has laundry upstairs. The flooring on the main level is very nice. They did paint the kitchen cupboards, and probably didn't do like the super duper job, but even that is not hard to fix. You need some sandpaper, and you need someone who's going to come in and do that over again. Your budget is probably $100 to $125 a door when you talk about refinishing these cabinets. But you have a great countertop there, open concept layout upstairs. Everything's in good shape. The carpets are a little more basic, and here's the other thing, is that you get a backyard that's 38 feet wide, which is larger than most detached homes. And so you get about a lot and a half as far as townhouses go. So extra big backyard, which is hard because sometimes the wide angle lens of the photos don't always make things look bigger. That's a bigger yard though. The grass kind of sucks, but sod is not expensive. And you're a couple doors away from the train tracks, but you have a sloped berm. And so that helps with noise reduction. I think this one's fantastic, and I think the price is absolutely right. So Chandler Crescent, $669. It's a semi with a finished basement. That is going to attract attention. When you look at the pictures, though, like, first of all, they're homemade. They look like they were taken with an iPhone or something like that. Things on the counter here. This stuff, gotta take that stuff down. I even think, like, even on the dishwasher, take that stuff off. There's, I think, shoes or something by the back door. It just doesn't make sense. There's little temporary storage things over here. Get it out. How you sell a house is different than how you live in it. even these lights, they're $5 builder light fixtures. If there's not a huge budget, but you have a little bit of money to spend, your light fixtures can make a massive difference to a home. Even a dog bed, gotta get that out. It doesn't belong there, especially in the pictures. Sometimes for showings, you can leave it there, but for pictures, it's gotta come out. It's not good. People are gonna look and go, wow, there's a dog. In the master, there's, I guess, a shoebox tucked under the dresser. Yeah, it's too bad because, like, even a laundry basket right there, there's too much stuff here, there's too much stuff there. It makes a difference. It really, really does. And I know that there's dozens of, I think, realtors out there that would come in, do their thing in the home, including us, and we've had homeowners say, my God, what a difference. And down here, it's okay to have some toys in the basement, but I think having too many can kind of ruin the appearance. Pictures are different than in person too, because again, coming in person, seeing a few toys, it's okay, but in pictures, it's gotta really, really shine. And the reason why, and I know I sound like a broken record sometimes, but if your first showing is online, okay, the world has changed now. That's your first showing. The second showing is when they show up at your front door and they want to see the house. So if you don't impress them online, they're not going to do number two. Now, your alternative, if you didn't want to buy Van Fleet for $635, you could pay $700,000 for this one on Haxton, which looks like it's in better shape. It's not even an end unit. It doesn't have the yard. The grass looks wonderful, though, so you wouldn't need to replace that. It's a great looking home. There's absolutely nothing to say. And this is an example versus Chandler of how to get a home ready. Even if we're not talking about the finishes, the backsplash, the counters, if you just look at how many things are on the countertops, if you look at how things are set up, this is the right way to sell a house. Even punches of color and pillows make a big, big difference. So there you go. That's a master bedroom. No clutter, nothing. Looks perfect. Big fluffy towels in the bathroom too, right here. Nice, versus the threadbare ones most people use on a regular basis. But that's a big difference inside Hillsview versus an end unit Hillsview on a premium lot. And I could take $65,000 in Van Fleet. I could replace every speck of grass in the backyard. I can upgrade. I can do whatever I want with the cabinets, and it still gives me, in my opinion, a better product than if I were to walk into this one on Haxton, as nice as it is, for $699 and do stuff. And by the way, there's two other versions of this home, the Hillsview, that are floating up in the high sixes. They tried the sevens, didn't work at all. And so they do have some competition, even with the same layout. Now, I feel like shaking the entire marketplace on certain homes. Van Fleet's one of them. This one on Sunnyvale, same thing. Right around the corner from this home. Very similar sized home, sold for $1 million on a pie-shaped lot. This one's at $799. And so you've got about 3,000 square feet of finished space. You've got roof, windows, furnace, AC, driveway. I mean, everything is done in this home. Wide open front entrance, and they've knocked down walls. They've opened the kitchen up. That's your kitchen there. Very open concept. Very good for parties, for socializing. And then you can kind of look down. If you had kids, from the kitchen, you can pretty much see your entire main floor. You can look down and see your family room. You've got your walkout here too. So if you're entertaining guests, right, you've got some people in the kitchen, some people in the family room. Some of them are around here. These doors are open. You're barbecuing outside. It's a great layout for entertaining. You've got your 4 bedrooms plus one more downstairs. So it can accommodate a family even with 3 kids. That's your backyard. There's green space behind. So it's fantastic. So I love this one. Double car garage, lots of parking in the driveway, and $799. It doesn't get much better. 912 Bennett, 840 is the price. They're down from the 850 asking price. Over 2,200 square feet detached. 9-foot ceilings, fantastic layout, because what I like is when homes have a separate living and separate dining room. Sometimes they're all one, but I personally like the separate living dining room because what it does is it allows you to have the front room here as anything from a home office, a kid's playroom, so you could put a nice French door here, close it off as a kid's playroom, reading area. It could be a place, to entertain guests. If you like to have, let's say, all the men in one room, all the women in the other, or kids in one room, adults in the other, you can do that. You can have 2 living areas. Dining room, this window opens the entire thing up. So you've got a window here, but it does face, there's a house, that's not right next to the home, obviously, but there's some distance. There's not a lot of natural light that comes in this window, so you get all the natural light from the rest of the home that comes through. Family room kitchen, you've got the rounded arches, you've got quartz counters, extra pantry space, you've got a deck out in the backyard. Upstairs there's 4 bedrooms, big ensuite bathroom, and that's your front 2 bedrooms, that's the middle one there. Second full bathroom upstairs. So unfinished basement, and the great thing that we really talk about in the listing description is the schools. So you are in one of the best Catholic and public school districts in all of Milton. So second highest rated through Fraser is actually it's the first rated public schools, Hawthorne Village. And the second Catholic school is Guardian Angels. And Guardian Angels is actually the second highest rated in all of town, too. So the top 2 schools are both Catholic schools. And then when you hit public, which I think is number 4, number 5, I'll put the link down to Fraser Institute in the description, and you can see the ratings. Is that everything? No. And what I love about Hawthorne Village is, things like Lego robotics they have. They're very much into arts. I appreciate that because it's not just EQAO. It's not just academics. That's important. You want to know that it's a good baseline. But you also want to see the culture in the school. You want to see the kinds of kids that are there. You want to see the parent council, see the principal, the vice principal, talk to them, get a sense of their priorities and what's important to them, because schools have values. Just like families, they have value systems, and each school is slightly different. So you want to find a school that matches really well. Now, I know it's been a long episode, but Millborough Line, this is an interesting one. 62 acres, and they basically have everything. They have a residential home, they have agricultural, they have greenhouses, they have a pizza store, they have a kids adventure gardens. It's there's a lot going on here, and from a valuation perspective, it would be complicated because how much is residential, how much is farm, how much is commercial? They're all taxed at different rates. They're all valued differently. It's pretty cool. This is definitely the not a budget that everyone can afford, but if the business part of it makes enough money, that can actually change the valuation. It's the same with investment properties. If you have higher rents, that's going to convert the property to a higher value through cap rate analysis. So that's check that one out. If you have somebody with $6.5 million in their pocket looking to buy a home, tell them about this one. So that is the list. I have a fantastic property coming out on Pine Street, and fully renovated bungalow. It's bathrooms, the kitchen is all open. It has a separate entrance to a basement. You get a big wide open basement, stone fireplace, big old Milton sized lot. And what I like about it, because typically the stuff west of commercial is kind of the area that people want to be in, but this one's east of commercial. What I like is that you still get the access to downtown, you still get the farmers market, everything else. You're close to Milton Mall, There's a lot of good things about this space. So if you're interested, let me know. We're probably going to launch it in about a week, and it will be worth the wait. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Today's Thursday. We'll see you with a Friday episode.